after atom. First is, what is the frequency of a photon whose energy is this? So energy is given in electron volt, will be changing into joules by opening this symbol E. There is electronic charge whose value is 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. Just open it so that electron volt is converted into joules. Now you know the formula of energy can be opened as h nu. H you can substitute and frequency can be found. That was the question. What is the frequency? So value of h you have to memorize. Question number 2. What is the shortest wavelength present in Paschen series of the spectral lines? So you'll have to remember the formula of wave number, which is 1 by lambda is equal to Rydberg's constant into 1 by n1 square minus 1 by n2 square. Rydberg's constant value you have to memorize. Now for Paschen series, the electron has to jump to third. Okay, n1 has to be third. Jump from or jump to third. So n1 is 3, this is fixed. Okay. Now they have asked the shortest wavelength. For shortest wavelength, energy has to be minimum, because it goes like this. Energy is equal to h nu. And nu can be opened as c by lambda. So lambda will be shortest, wavelength will be shortest when energy is maximum. So energy difference has to be maximum. So when do we have maximum energy difference? When the final state is infinite. I mean the other state is infinite. Okay. For minimum wavelength, energy has to be maximum, and maximum will be obtained when your other state jumping to or jumping from is in infinity. So n2 is infinity. So you can substitute and you can find out 1 by lambda and you can report lambda finally. Next question. A difference of 2.3 electron volt, this is energy, separates two energy levels in the atom. What is the frequency? So energy is given, energy difference is given, and frequency is simple question. Again we will have to convert electronic charge into coulomb so that the energy is reported in joules. So h you know and nu you can calculate. Question number next. The ground state energy is of an atom is given this. What are the kinetic and potential energies? So we know the relation between kinetic, total, potential, total. We should know the relation, and which is kinetic energy is negative of total energy. So total energy is this. You can substitute. And potential energy is double of total energy. Again you can substitute and find out total energy, potential energy and kinetic energy. Question number next. A hydrogen atom is initially in ground level. Okay. Then it absorbs a photon. Photon means discrete packet of light. It absorbs some light which excites it to N4 level, fourth level. Determine the wavelength and the frequency. So it's simple. Initially it is in ground state. Ground means N is 1. So you can find out E1, energy of ground state. General formula is minus 13.6 divided by N square, that is an electron volt. Okay, so I've got energy of ground state. Similarly, you can find out the energy of fourth state. And substitute this, energy is ready. Now you can find out the energy difference. And just keep in mind that it has to be positive. So you substitute it in such a way that the bigger number is positive. You can see I have substituted E1 here. Okay, so energy is obtained. Energy is obtained, but this is an electron volt, so I'll have to convert. Whenever you have to find out frequency or wavelength, you just keep in mind that electron has to be converted. So convert, now it is reported in joules, and this can be opened, so you can report frequency, and further frequency can be opened as c by lambda. Sorry, this is h. So you can report lambda as well, wavelength as well. Question number next. The radius of innermost electron orbit of hydrogen atom is this. Okay, what are the radii of second and third orbit? So you know the general formula of radius, that is 0.53 n square angstrom. Okay, so you put n is equal to 2, this is the radius of second orbit, and put n is equal to 3, that is the radius of third orbit, but in angstrom. Okay, coming to next. Total energy of an electron in first excited state. For first excited state, energy is this much. So what is the kinetic energy? Kinetic energy is negative of total energy. So you can simply put the value. Okay. And what is the potential energy? Potential energy is double of total energy. है ना? So simple numerical. Now getting to next, in ground state of hydrogen atom, radius is given by this. The atom is excited, so the radius becomes this. Okay, now the radius is this. So we know the general formula of radius in NH shell is given by this. You can write 0.53 also, but that you will be writing in angstrom. Here it is given in meters, so there is no problem. You can use the same formula as well. Okay. So it's all about that they have converted into 10 to the power minus 11. Okay, you can use the same formula 0.53 n square angstrom. Angstrom can be opened and go by simple mathematics. Okay, right now the radius is given as this. Okay, right side will be as it is. Okay, now you use mathematics and find out n square. Approximate value you can take as 4. So n is 2. So they are asking, see, first part is what is the principal quantum number? So we have reported the value of n. And what is the total energy of the atom in this excited state? So we know because we have n, so we can find out energy in that particular state by just substituting n in this, but it will come in electron volt. Getting to next question. The ground state energy is this much. Ground state energy of hydrogen atom is this much. What is the kinetic energy in second excited state? So they are now, because kinetic energy is asked, so you don't do it that it is negative of total energy. Don't take this energy because this is ground state energy, but they have asked kinetic energy in second state. So you'll have to find out the total energy in second state. Simple. Energy is formula in nth state is given by minus 13.6 by n square electron volt. है Just substitute second excited state means n is 3. So substitute here 3. That will be total energy. Now kinetic energy will be negative of that total energy. Now what is the potential energy in third excited state? The third excited state में n कितना होता है? 4. So you can find out energy in fourth by substituting here 4. Okay, that will be total energy. Now potential energy is given by double of total. So you can do that. See, I have solved here. You can see for second excited state n is 3. This is first part. So I have substituted here 3. I have found the energy. This is my total energy in second excited state. Okay. Now to find out kinetic energy, I will do negative of this. Kinetic energy will be negative of total energy. And similarly, this is second part. Here potential energy is asked. So you know it's double of total energy. And now let us see the third part. In third part, they are saying if the electron jumps to ground state, okay, so n is equal to 1, find out the energy in that. And third excited state, n is equal to 4, find out the energy in that. So find out the energy in ground state and third excited state. So this is my third excited state, n is 4. I have found, I have divided, you can divide on your own. 4 square electron volt. And ground wali energy area, so you can take the difference. Again, you take the difference in such a way that it has to be positive. Then put it equal to h nu, and difference you can find out and find out nu or lambda, whatever is being asked. In question number next, using Bohr's postulate of angular momentum, orbital angular momentum, show that the circumference is n times de Broglie wavelength. So it's simple. So you'll have to start with the derivation that we have done from back, from last. So angular momentum postulate is n times h by 2 pi. Angular momentum can be opened as mvr. Okay. And 2 pi will come this side. mv has gone that side. mv is momentum. h by mv is your de Broglie's wavelength. So that's all. Circumference is equal to n times. So when we have to obtain Bohr's postulate, then we begin from here and we reach up to here. Right now what they have asked is begin from this and reach up to this point. Okay, question number B part. The electron in hydrogen atom is initially in third excited state. Third excited state means n is 4. So what is the maximum number of spectral lines which can be emitted when it finally reaches to ground state? So transition is being made from n is equal to 4 to n is equal to 1, third excited state to ground. ठीक है, there is a general formula you all can memorize. Number of transition या number of spectral lines, number of spectral lines is given by this formula, so you can substitute here this वाला n. ठीक है, n into n minus 1 by 2, so you'll get these are the number of spectral lines. Energy levels of an atom are as shown. What will be the result in the transition of a photon of wavelength this? ठीक है, which of them will result? So भैया wavelength is this of the thrown light, incident light, so you can write wavelength. This is nanometer, convert into meters. Find out the energy is h nu is c by lambda. So substitute h, substitute c, substitute lambda. Energy will come, but that will come in joules, but you should report an electron volt. So now in order to convert joule into electron volt, you will be dividing by this 1.6 into 10 to minus 19, and in order to convert electron volt into joules, you used to multiply, right? So energy is ready. Now you see which two energy levels difference is giving you 4.5. This one no, this yes, so this transition is giving you 4.5, so this is B, transition number B. Okay, so what is the second part of the question? Which transition corresponds to maximum wavelength? So for maximum wavelength, energy has to be minimum. Okay, and for minimum wavelength, energy difference has to be maximum. So you can see where energy difference is maximum and minimum. Here it is 2, so this is minimum, I guess. Energy difference is minimum, so wavelength will be maximum. So transition A, and here energy difference is maximum. है ना? So here wavelength corresponding of the emitted photon will be least, यानी कि minimum. So you can see next. So here are certain lines. You'll have to tell which line belongs to which. Okay. This transition belongs to which. So here this is your 2 and lower one is 1. So this is your Lyman, and similarly you can find out for this and this. Lower one you will see. Okay. So which of these corresponds to the absorption of radiation of maximum wavelength? Again, for maximum wavelength, energy difference has to be minimum. Energy difference will be minimum if the energy states are very close. So here energy states are very close. Okay, for this transition, so you can see energy difference is least, so wavelength will be maximum. Getting to next, the wavelength of second line of Balmer series is this. Calculate the wavelength of first line. So see, second line, see, first of all for Balmer series, because I have written Balmer series, for Balmer series N1 is 2, that is fixed. Now for second line N2 is 4. See, transition can be made from third, can be made from fourth, can be made from fifth, but it has to be towards 2. So 3 to 2 will be your first line. Next immediate to the given is your first line, then 4 to 2 will be second line, 5 to 2 will be third line, and so on. So right now they have given the second line wavelength is given. So I am saying for Balmer you write N1 is this fixed. For second line it has to be next, not 3 to 2 but 4 to 2. Okay, so it is fixed 4. So wavelength you can calculate by this formula. This formula everyone knows. Just substitute, don't substitute, just substitute N1 and N2. So your second wavelength expression is ready, whose value is given though. ठीक है, तो my second wavelength 1 by lambda 2 is equal to 3 by 16 R. This is ready, this equation is ready. Now for first line, we have to calculate first line. First line means next immediate to 2 you are jumping. ठीक है, तो 3 to 2 है, तो यानी कि N2 3 है. Just substitute here N2 3, N1 तो 2 है ही. So we'll find out 1 by lambda 1 as well. ठीक है. So this is first equation that I've got for second line and this is for first line. From both you can find out R and put them equal. Put them equal. Now second line wavelength is given, substitute, and first line wavelength is to be calculated. Second line wavelength is given as this. Question number next. The electron in an hydrogen atom initially is in state of N1. Okay. It makes a transition to a state whose excitation energy with respect to ground state is this. So we'll have to read it very carefully. In the beginning it is in N1. Okay. Now it comes to this energy, but this is not the energy of that state. It is energy with respect to ground state. So see, I have written energy is with respect to ground state, यानी कि relative energy है. So energy of given state minus ground wala has to be kept later because energy has to be positive. Okay, so you can substitute here. ठीक है, तो energy निकालो. Energy कितनी आ गई? 13.6 will go that side. So energy is coming as minus 3.4. Now you know the formula, general formula of energy is this. Yeah, so you can find out N. So that state is N. Okay. So now what have they asked? Let us see. If the wavelength associated with the photon emitted in this transition is this, find out the energy in electron volt. ठीक है, तो भैया wavelength is this of the light, so you can find out the energy corresponding. Convert nano. First we'll convert nano. So we'll find out the energy. Substitute lambda. This energy is ready. Now this energy is calculated as 2.55 electron volt. Okay. Now the transition from N1 to that given we have found, ये रहा. ठीक है, is resulting into this energy. The difference of these two is this. Substitute. This you have. How do we have this? Again using the same formula, minus 13.6 by n square. So we'll substitute here. We'll find out En1. Okay, तो En1 को दोबारा से खोलेंगे ऐसे and we can find out N1. So we'll have to read this statement very carefully, that where transition is made from where to where, then only you will understand it. So go through it very carefully. Okay, so sorry for the disturbance. In this question, the electron is making transition from N1 to a state whose energy with respect to ground state is given as something. Okay, so first of all, we are finding out this thing. This is given, this is given. Now En is ready, then we are finding out minus 13.6 by n square, and we are finding out. Okay, now when transition is made from here to here, then that wavelength is being released. So that wavelength say we have found energy, and the energy difference of these two we have kept equal to this. So we'll have to do it very carefully, and finally we'll have to find out N1. Okay. See, you can see the energy difference of this with respect to what we have found is equal to ये wavelength वाली energy, the energy which we have got from wavelength. Okay, getting to the next question. Example number 25. Calculate the shortest and the longest wavelength of Lyman series. Given Rydberg constant is this. Okay, so short Lyman series के लिए क्या होता है? For Lyman series, you are landing from N1 is 1. For Lyman series, N1 is fixed as 1. So shortest wavelength will be obtained when energy is maximum. Energy maximum के लिए N2 कितना होता है? Infinite. तो लिखा हुआ है for shortest wavelength energy difference should be maximum. So N2 has to be infinite. So you can use this formula. N2 is infinite. N1 is given as 1. R you know, you can find out the shortest wavelength. And for longest wavelength, N2 has to be next number to 1. So next number is 2. ठीक है, so you can substitute and you can find out. Okay, so calculations are to be done by you. It is 1 by n1 square which is fixed, N1 by N2. N2 here is 2. Acha, see, this question is important. The wavelength of hydrogen alpha line. You should know what is alpha line. Hydrogen alpha line means first line of the transition is known as hydrogen alpha, second line is beta, and then gamma, and then sigma, and so on. But we'll usually deal with alpha, beta, and gamma. So, for Balmer series, you know, for Balmer, again, N1 is 2, Lyman 1, Balmer 2, N1 is fixed. So, wavelength of hydrogen alpha line is given. Now, what is hydrogen alpha line when transition is made from next 3 to 2? Is your alpha line, 4 to 2 is your beta line, and similarly. Okay? So again, this wavelength is given, N1 you know, N2 you know, you can find out Rydberg's constant. Question number next. Which state of triply ionized beryllium has the same orbital radius as that of ground state of hydrogen? So see, we'll have to find out radius. No, which state, number, and we have to find out, but we'll have to use the formula of radius. So, general formula of radius in NHL is given by this. Now, because it is not hydrogen, so we'll be taking Z also, we'll be showing Z also. Okay, so for beryllium, Z is 4. Hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium. So, you can put this 4. Okay, so this we are ready with. Ground state of hydrogen का radius कितना होता है, that everyone knows. Put N1, put Z1, that is it. Now they are saying this radius of ground state is equal to radius of beryllium. Put them equal, find N. Only N is a variable, so this is the state. Getting to next question. Which level of double ionized lithium has the same energy? This time it's not about radius, it has the same energy as a ground state energy of hydrogen. So it's simple. है ना, ग्राउंड स्टेट एनर्जी ऑफ हाइड्रोजन कितना होता है, माइनस 13.6 by n square electron volt. So put N1 and find out this is E hydrogen. Ground state में E hydrogen आ जाएगा. Now you will have to find out energy in nth state for lithium, hydrogen, helium, lithium. So Z is 3. ठीक है. So what is the formula? You will have to see what is the formula. 13.6 by n square. Just find out Z is up or down. Okay, and substitute and put them equal and find out N. For hydrogen, N is 1. For lithium, N is 3. Sorry, for lithium, Z is 3. And for hydrogen, ground state, N is 1. Here, N is to be found. Put them equal as per the question. Okay. This question. The trajectories are given in the Geiger-Marsan experiment. What is the name given to B? B is impact parameter. Yeah. And V. So V will be speed of alpha particle. Though it should be theta. I think theta. Okay, if it is theta, then you can say that this is the angle of scattering. What can you say about B when theta is 0? Theta is approximately 0. 0 means straight line. Matlab alpha particle is going straight. When will alpha particle go straight? When will alpha particle go straight? When it is moving from a distance. So B is very large. When distance is very large. So I have written when B is infinite. And when theta is pi, pi matlab ki the alpha particle has to come back. When will it come back? When it is coming along the central line of nucleus, it means there is no impact parameter. It's 0. See, I have done it mathematically as well. Otherwise, reasoning wise also you can write. They have given us theta is 0. So I have substituted here theta 0. Cot 0 is infinite. So B came as infinite. Then theta is infinity. So substitute here. It is 90. Cot 90 is 0. So my B is 0. I have made use of impact parameters formula. Otherwise, by common sense also it can be answered. The theta 0 means it is going undeplected, and which will happen when it is going from a very large distance from the nucleus. So that we have answered, or this way you can answer. Now problem number 7, some numericals. Energy of electron in ground state is this. What does negative sign? So negative sign energy always signifies that the forces are attractive in nature. So here the electron is bound to the nucleus with electrostatic force of attraction. How much energy is required to take an electron from this atom from ground state to first excited state? The first excited state के लिए n कितना हो गया 2. So find out the energy, you know the formula. है ना, ground की energy we are ready with, energy at this level we have, so we can find out the difference, positive difference, that much energy is required. This is the next question. What is the ratio of radii of orbits corresponding to first excited state? So n is 2 to ground state. What is the ratio of radii? है ना, रेडियस का ये हो गया फॉर्मूला इन एंगस्ट्रॉम. तो भाई फर्स्ट एक्साइटेड स्टेट के लिए n को 2 रख दो, ग्राउंड के लिए n को 1 रख दो एंड टेक द रेशियो. अच्छा, see this is hydrogen alpha line. So I have already told you what is hydrogen alpha line of Balmer series. In Balmer you land to 2. So if you are landing from 3 to 2, that is hydrogen alpha series. Okay. So it is written to second orbit from third. N1 is 2 and N2 is 3. That is hydrogen alpha line. For hydrogen beta, N1 is 2 and N2 will be 4 and so on. What is the maximum number of spectral lines when it is in third excited state and returning to ground? So it is 3 into 3 minus 1 by 2. Okay, so 2 and 2 will be cancelled. 3 spectral lines. Kindly prepare the numericals.